Hey, how's it going, fellow fantasy football owners? Welcome to week 9 of fantasy football. I'm your host, Hussein the Brain. Congratulations to our week 8 winner, Nate. He picked Arian, and that's pretty much an automatic win right there. For week 7, congratulations to Jerry. I'll be sending out your t-shirts real soon. And make sure you enter for the pick'em contest this week. For the next 2 weeks is the only two weeks for the year that I'm going to be giving out t-shirts. So make sure you enter for the pick'em contest. Not a lot of waiver gems out there this week, but I still put together a pretty good list for you guys. For tight ends, I got Jacob Tamme. Not as good as Dallas Clark, but if he puts up half as many fantasy points, hey man, you got to still take that and pick him up off waivers. Greg Olsen, not doing so well. Recently, Cutler's been just a piece of junk lately, but I think he's going to be the most consistent receiver on the Bears for the upcoming weeks. Greg Olsen, go ahead and buy low. Trade somebody that's not worth that much to you. You might be able to get Olsen. Another tight end, Vicente Shenko. He's going to be real good now that Moss is gone. A big end zone target for whether it's Favre or Tarver's Jackson throwing the ball. It's not going to matter. For wide receivers, I got Manningham on the list. I think he should be picked up in more leagues than he is. He's not owned in too many leagues. Same thing with Devon Best. Only owned in 1 out of 3 leagues. He should be picked up in more leagues than that. Mike Sims-Walker and Mike Thomas on the Jaguars. These two guys will be good. They're going up against Houston and Cleveland for week 10 and 11. And I know it's impossible to predict when these Jaguar players are going to go off. And same thing with the Seattle players. We don't know when they're going to do good and when they're going to do bad. But weeks 10 and 11, favorable matchups for these Jaguars receivers. For running backs, I don't really have too many players. The obvious, Garrett Blount, he's a must pick up in every league. Danny Woodhead, Tom Brady, and the Patriots offense going to be spreading the ball. Everyone's going to touch the ball in that offense, and Woodhead is a coach's favorite. He's the type of guy who won't drop a pass, won't fumble it, and he plays tough every down. So he's a decent pickup. Chester Taylor's supposed to get involved in the Bears offense more, but I heard a lot of stuff about Chester Taylor before, and he hasn't been putting up that many fantasy points. He's a good handcuff if you have Matt Forte and you got room on your bench. So look at Chester Taylor in deep leagues or if you got a lot of room on the bench. Derrick Ward, he's a decent handcuff for Arian owners. It's that time to start thinking about injuries and things could go wrong in the playoffs, so play it safe if you're a playoff contender. For quarterbacks, I got a lot of them. Most of them are on bye. Sam Bradford. Seems like this guy puts up fantasy points no matter who's catching the ball. I mean, he's got a lot of talent, and he's going to keep getting better every game. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's still a gem on the waivers, and he's playing this week. He's not on bye, so that's a good pickup. Josh Freeman, I like him. He's not going to put up huge numbers, but a good backup quarterback if you're in a deep league. Also, David Garrard might be a good pickup. He won't throw 5 touchdowns every week, but he's still decent. Vince Young, now that Randy Moss is on the Titans, Vince Young's a good pickup. He's on bye and might be out for another week, so we don't know when he's going to return, but that's someone good to stash on your bench. Troy Smith, I've been getting a lot of questions about him. Should I pick him up? What do you think about Troy Smith? Does he bring hope to the Niners? A lot of questions like that. Well, I like Troy Smith. I think he's going to be really good, but it's not worth picking him up right now. The Niners are on bye. Alex Smith is recovering. Probably Troy Smith's going to probably have to be the starter, but you have the luxury of waiting another week, so you can wait till week 11. Maybe even next week, and if you really need to pick up a quarterback, you can look at Troy Smith. And let's move on to our Twitter questions. What do you think about Romo? Is he worth keeping? I say no, because you got to focus right now on making the playoffs first. He's going to only help you week 15 or so when you're in the playoffs. So focus on making the playoffs. Pick up somebody that's going to help you out right now. Drop Romo. He's not coming back till later. I need to pick one of these running backs to start this week. Who do I start? I have Ricky Williams, Brandon Jackson, and Jahvid Best. Wow, this is some tough matchups and some underperformers right here. And I'm going to go with the matchups here. They got some Ricky Williams and Javid Best, some tough matchups. I'm going to go with Brandon Jackson. Let's hope he actually has a good game. And Brandon Jackson for week 9. And that's all the time I have. Check us out next week. Make sure you check out the site for what Sid says under Fantasy Football Week 9 Stardom Situm. And you IDP fanatics, check out Drew's weekly list, Fantasy Football IDP Week 9. Peace.